Okay, let's finally finish this off. Hold on, I'm going to move this. Something's going to fall on my camera. Yeah, let's get this out of the way. You can tell I'm not very excited by this set. I have the funny feeling the camera is going to cut out because I haven't actually charged it up in the last two videos. And it doesn't normally last that well. So, how long can this take? I'm going to do this real fast. Let's just get this out of the way. I'm sure this last bit will be actually quite exciting. But there's the box if you have forgotten already. So we're going to be making this one here. So that shouldn't take too long. I could have of course just started by taking everything out of the bag before I started doing the video, and it would have saved a bit of time. But we'll see how we go. We've got space on the camera and storage space. Just don't think I have the battery for it. It says I've got full battery, but you can't really trust that. It doesn't seem to be very honest on my camera. So let's get going. Something exciting happened today, but I forgot what it was. It's feeling a bit sick, but I feel better now. Blackhead. So I've got quite a few. So I'm trying to build up, as I said in the last video, where I didn't really talk about Chewbacca's minifigure, and in fact I've gone and misplaced him. Oh no, that's not so useful. I was going to talk about, because I did the Chewbacca, the Millennium Falcon, and I didn't actually say anything about what I thought about the Chewbacca minifigure, which is really quite a good one. But that wasn't the one that had the, as it was, he has a brown body, and I was trying to get, mentioning that I'd like to get everything, like a minifigure collection made up entirely of a single colour. That's actually quite fascinating, I think. Alright, well I'm not going to do that because that would just be there at the end. Otherwise it will take forever. So what I'm saying is these parts will be there. When we have finished doing everything else, they will be revealed and I won't have to hunt for them. So we'll just come back to that later on. Oh, this is it's because I had it all what's the word, crumpled up on the floor somewhere. I don't know where it was, but I did find it. So I said last time that I didn't do this video because I couldn't find the instructions. Well, I did obviously find the instructions. What I can't find is the other one of these pieces. Oh, is this it? It is. Okay. And we need the red one. That's easy. Thank you for making it nice and bright. Guarantee you won't be able to see that piece at the end. Well, there is quite a bit of red on here, so it does kind of go with the theme. So maybe not. Maybe that will be a prominent feature as well. So I'm scooting on. I double check every 5 seconds to see that the camera has not in fact shut down. So we're going to do this. I'm really getting behind in actually uploading videos. Not so good. I watched a movie which I've actually forgotten the name of. It's called The Astronaut Last something or other. It's very slow. Quite a low budget film. It was quite interesting, I guess, but not action-packed science fiction, that's for sure. It was just watching a person sit in a spacecraft thing for the whole movie. Which is fair enough. You've got to have those kind of slow movies once in a while. So this is quite funny. This feels exciting now, but then we're going to put this bit on, and we all know what this thing is. This is the "you're never going to get this off again" piece. Did I bring the brick separator? Oh, I saw an article today. That does remind me. I was going to bring the brick separator back onto this desk, and obviously I have not done that because I can't see it. But I saw an article and it was talking about 50 things that define the 50 creations, technology things, inventions or something that define the 80s, and they were all quite weird. Like, I'm sure that they weren't like the defining things for many people, because they had things like Commodore 64s and Walkmans and things like that, and they all make sense, and various kinds of camcorders and things. But then they had a Lego brick separator, which I'm sure is, I don't know when the original brick separator came out. I always imagine it was a 90s thing. But they listed it there. Maybe it wasn't for like the 80s. It was, but it must have been for the 80s. But anyway, they had a photo, and the photo was of the recent model brick separator, not the original model separator. So that was kind of like, well, that's not very clever. Anybody who knows Lego will know that that's not the authentic. Alright, this is going to be an exciting construction. Okay, got to do this one carefully. I did go to the shop where I get the Lego that I've been getting from, and they didn't have anything special at the moment. So I think we've reached the end of the season for getting the cheap Lego. So the remainder of the year, I think I'm going to have to find other ways of getting Lego, which, as I said, is going to be fine because I've got quite a few sets I haven't done. And I'm going to get those little, I might get some of those Friends heart things tomorrow because buy one and get one half price at the local shop. So that sounds like a pretty good deal if you ask me. Alright, and then these go down like this. This is quite an exciting little. This bit's actually much more interesting than the first part. I kind of feel, I don't know why. And then that one goes there. That looks more interesting, I think. Camera hasn't cut out yet. I'm just convinced it's going to cut out. I can't quite actually see the thingy, the battery indicator on the thing. And I tried to go for a run tonight with this. They brought this Polar watchy thing second hand with the GPS and a better heart rate monitor, because I don't have a smartphone because I don't really care that much, or I don't really want to. I think I've said I don't want to get distracted by things, but I did get a little tiny watch, like, you know, a fitness watch thing, but it wasn't very good at actually reading my heart rate. And it was kind of like, well, I did used to have a Polar heart rate monitor, and that was actually quite good. So I want one of those again. So I went and got a second-hand one, but this one's fancier than the one that I used to have. But it's kind of complicated to get working, and I couldn't get the GPS thing to work. And then as soon as I got home and I played around a bit, then it worked, and it was like, oh, okay. You should do that before you go out for a run. Not that I actually care that much, but I do find that knowing what your heart rate is quite a useful thing. I think I've mentioned, probably have, that maybe I haven't, that I don't really understand why people care about how many steps they've taken. That's honestly the least interesting thing that I can think of. Like, that doesn't seem to excite me in any way. I think people, like, you want to get, count things up. I feel like you've got like experience points for the day. It's just for some reason. Like, that's why I like having a heart rate monitor, and that's why I used to like having an odometer thing on my bicycle, which I just haven't got around. I haven't been bothered to have on my bike for a long time, because you can kind of, like, win points at it or something. But you can do that with the GPS. But I'm not so excited about that. But it is nice to know what your heart rate is. And I can do that now, so that's good. But we're doing this thing here, so that's not what we're here to talk about. And we're going to have these exciting little round pieces coming up. And this is actually looking kind of interesting, just having a look at the pieces while I'm doing this. Because you get them in two different colours. So these rounded 1x2 pieces, so that's nice. So this is a good set, like, even if it is a little boring. And I don't know why I find it boring, because there's nothing particularly bad about it. There's nothing like you're looking at it and going, this is a badly made model. It's quite a fun looking model. Though I'm actually kind of confused by this bit here. Oh, I see how it goes. It goes like that, and then a little grey one. I don't know where the little grey ones come from. What? And here's one grey one. But there's two of them. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Well, there's the other one of those. And there's the other one of those. Alright. I hope that's going to get a bit of a firmer attachment in the next thing. I don't know, it's just something about, I just don't like making speeder bike things. And I've done that wrong, so that's a bit of a disappointment. Well, I've done one of them right. Which one have I done wrong? I've done that one right, so I've done this one wrong. So that one's right, that one's right. Okay. And then, I mean, there's definitely some, like, it's interesting in the sense that the things that are happening, like this is actually kind of cool because it's locked in place now. And I like that. So the snot techniques here are definitely interesting. But as I said, as I have just said, that this bike seems actually more interesting than the first one. It has taken me an awful long time to actually get around to doing this. I just realised that I'll know when the camera shuts down because it makes a whirring sound. So I should stop checking every 5 seconds. But I want to get this done because I am very suspicious. You do get these little circle pieces. Right. So where is that one? I would like to start doing a couple of like robotic creations on this channel. I almost got I'm jumping to that, I was going to say that, but then I just realized I almost got this elves set, and I feel maybe I should because there was only one left, so someone has been buying them, but they are, oh, you got to do this twice. Okay, I think it goes like that. Oh, and I broke that off, so that's not so good. What? Okay, it goes like that. And once you get this thing on, it's going to be a bit stronger. Yeah, this elves thing, and now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm like, oh, maybe I should have, but it was a bit expensive still. It was on special, but it was still expensive. They don't seem to have a lot in the box. But maybe I should take a closer look. Maybe there's just lots of little tiny pieces, and that's why the box doesn't feel very heavy for the price. Because I'd like to get one more owl set, and since they're not going to make them anymore, and this one looks kind of cute, but I think the thing is they've only got one minifigure in them, and I want 2 minifigures because it was like the size of box that you'd think there'd be 2 minifigures in, but there was only one. But there was a little cute little animal thing, so maybe next week if it's still there I'll get it. Oh, what's this thing all about? Oh, this looks crazy. Oh, okay, so hold on, let's just do the front bit first. We're going to use all of these things up. Just on the front bit. But, oh, this is not going to get done before the... That's moving around. Was I meant to put something else in there, or do I not have to? We can come back and work that out. Right, so we need 2 of these together, and then I need some grey ones, and I don't see any more grey ones. Oh, I think I've done a mistake then, haven't I? Oh no, there's one grey one. So where's the other grey one? Oh, I actually can't see it. Were you meant to put 2 together? Oh, you weren't meant to put 2 on top of each other, so that makes sense. Okay.